And our first winner, Michael from Huntsville, just won the first set of tickets. We'll do some more here in just a little bit. Our favorite clown joins us this morning. Shane's here from Marmac. I'm getting carried there. Wasn't carried away there. Clown. Mike Wentworth, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you again.
Yeah.
Limestone County is home away from home for you.
It is. You know, every time we pass through, you can't. You got to stop somewhere, whether it's here at the radio station or over at the sheriff's office, just to say hey.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, I know y'all doing a rodeo. We'll talk about that in just a second, but y'all had to come through Atlanta. How'd that go?
As he says, not too good.
When y'all come to yesterday?
We come in last night.
How many cars literally are stranded down there?
You know, it's so funny, and I got to tell this because my wife's asleep, so we're driving, and I bet you there was 100 cars on the bypass now around Atlanta. I mean, parked everywhere. Stranded. They might be on the side of the road, or they might be off over the hill somewhere. And we're driving, it's forever, and I'm on the phone with the rodeo announcer this weekend. We're talking. And we're talking about the deal that they had all the cars shut down, and my wife, and I said, there's cars everywhere. And she's got her face like this in her phone, you know, looking like...
Driving?
No. No. And she says, there's no cars on the side of the road around here. I said, well, I mean, if you get your face out of the Candy Crush game right there, you might see some cars. And I mean... The cars literally everywhere. I've never seen nothing like it.
Yeah, the mayor down there's taking a lot of heat for not. They let everybody out. The problem was, I think they let everybody go home at one time instead of doing. But anyway, we're not here to talk about the snow getting down that way. We're going to talk about the ones coming up here with 20 inches. Y'all stand by here. I'm going to predict 2 flakes. All right, let's talk about the rodeo. What time does everything get kicking tonight?
Gets kicked off tonight at 7:30. The gates open at 6, and. You know, this rodeo right here is pretty special because it's the Lone Star Finals. This is the top 10 in each event, the best of the best that's went all year long. Lots of cowboys and cowgirls that you saw at Sheriff's Rodeo this year. A matter of fact, the Sheriff's Rodeo, to give you an idea how big it is, it pays so much money to win the rodeo here at Athens that if you won money here in Athens, you were guaranteed a spot at the Lone Star Finals.
Now, isn't there a lot of local people, too? Several local people?
Sure, there are some local people from the area that...
Well, let's get to a major thing. What are you going to be doing?
Well, I mean... I might take up tickets or work the concession stand. You know, I do have a new clown act this year that we're tweaking on right now. Time we get to Athens, it'll be perfect. But I have it this weekend. I'm pretty excited about it. I
guess you got to get there to find out about it.
You got to get there to find out about it. And also we have a couple more events. You know, everybody knows Lone Star Rodeo is big on the family and the kids. You know, and well, this year, the kids have got a very special treat for everybody. And it involves trained animals. And it is the best thing. If you see it, you'll love it. I mean, it's the highlight of the rodeo, I think.
How long have you been doing the clown act?
19 years.
19 years.
19 years.
When you went into it, did you ever think you'd still be here this long?
No.
I mean, what's the life expectancy? I'm talking about not life expectancy, but job expectancy on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Goodness.
For TV people, it's like eternity.
Well, I mean, you know, there's for my role, and of course everybody's familiar with what I do. Not a whole lot during the rodeo, you know, dangerous stuff. But you know, there's guys clowning rodeos that's still 70 years old.
Wow.
And I guess as long as you're funny and you can sit on the fence and you still have a job.
As long as they still want you.
Now, have you started using your son yet in anything?
Not yet, but you know he'll be 3 in June and he is just chomping at the bit. He wants, and it's so funny how he can he knows our clown acts and what we do, and he wants to real bad. So I figure give him another year or two, and we'll
so if you show up at the rodeo, it starts at 7:30. You always got something going on. So it's probably last couple of hours.
Yes, it'll last 2.5, 3 hours, and of course before the rodeo starts, we'll have the Gold Rush as well as the Best Dressed Cowboy Cowgirl contest, and then 7:30 we'll kick it off with all the major events of pro rodeo.
And plenty of tickets are available at the door there, so you can pick those up. There's a big article I was going to ask you about it when I saw you again this year, last week over in USA Today. Last rodeo for bushwhacker. Did you ever get near him?
Bushwhacker, you know, and that was a good friend of mine, the guy to ride that bull, the first guy. And
he ain't been ridden many times.
J.B. Mooney, and he lives by us, which is the PBR World Champion. We're good friends with him. And, you know, that bull was phenomenal. I mean, probably the best bull that's ever been so far.
Aww.
Well, he says here he's kind of a champion now. He's just going to have him plenty of girlfriends.
That's right. They're going to make lots of money off of him.
Yeah, they sure are. What is, when you do your thing, and we've seen it numerous times, and I've been involved in a couple of your skits, what is the biggest thing, Mike, you're concerned about when you're out there doing your act?
Those people. You know, that's my job at the rodeo, is to entertain. And no matter what I'm doing, I want to capture those people's attention and bring them with me, and I want to make them laugh and have a good time. Because, you know, I figure nowadays with the way the economy and the way the world's turning right now, not too good. You know, it's up to me. If for 2.5 hours I can make people laugh, then I feel like it's a job well done.
I only have to do it an hour.
That's right. You do a good job at it.
Oh, you may not know this, but Frank used to work for Bill.
Sure did.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Well, he's here, so I'd say not too good.
It went well.
All right, so rodeo, you get, I know you're insane. Now, you have other people with you this year that's going to kind of assist you in some of your stuff?
Sure. The rodeo bullfighter, you know, the guy that protects the bull riders, and he'll be there in one of my skits. And the only thing I can say about my skit